All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is June 3rd, 2021. Markets initially opened up lower, and we had the surge here. I think Biden walked back his tax hikes, and then we've kind of just been chopping here, trying to push through and break to the flat line. IWM outperforming just a little bit. It got back above this inside bar high, and was at the highs of the day recently, but I did add to my VXX. If you follow me on Twitter, I did add a little bit to my VXX here to guard against a rollover. I think the markets are in a tough technical position. If they do roll over here, this could be it. However, if they do push higher, I did leave some cash on the table, so I'm protected either way. And if we do get that one more flush lower on the VIX that I'm looking for, I can still have some flexibility there. So looking at like the meme stocks here, AMC running again, obviously. Yesterday a big day, and then today look at the massive range here. Lots of profit taking, lots of selling. The company did offer 11 million shares, and it's amazing like how many people probably don't even understand this. Some of the trader bros and the newbies out there, they don't understand. They probably bought in and then they got their heads ripped off today. I mean, and this will just continue because AMC's in a world of trouble financially, so they're going to continue offering shares. But what I think is fascinating is if we look back to the last time these stocks ran, right in the end of January, GME, the same thing. Obviously, in January, got this big surge, and look what happened to the markets. We had that dip in January. We put it in a top and then rolled over. Now the S&P and the Dow have outperformed, but since then the Russell. So you had this is the January dip. You put in one more high, and then we've really kind of just chopped here. Same thing with the Qs. We had that dip in January. You put in one more high, you got back to double top, but really it's been kind of in a choppy range ever since then. So when you see these types of crazy, like just absolute speculation running wild, that's usually the sign of volatility to come. So that's why I wanted to get in some more exposure to VXX, although again I did leave some room to add if we get that one more flush lower. Moving on, let's take a look at gold here. Gold having a nice pullback today. You guys know I've been talking about it. It's a little bit overdue for a pullback, but I am looking to buy really any dip. I think if you get back into this 1850 area, that could be a good area to buy. You've got the moving averages now starting to slope up underneath it, and it is it's trending higher now. You guys know my thoughts on this, so I don't need to get into it too deep. However, I do want to let you guys know I am going to do a long-term video analysis on gold probably in the next week or so, and there's some really fascinating stuff in there I think you guys will like, but I'm gonna put that together probably over the weekend, and maybe I'll release it next week. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up there. But gold pulling back nicely today. Again, this is just a routine overbought conditions, needs to work off, no big deal. Basically buy the dip. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I want to take a look at actually Tesla here. Tesla rolling over nicely. There was some report about they missed some sales numbers, I think, something to do with China. Let's take a look at the news here. Yeah, monthly orders in China dropped to 9,800 from May, more than 18. So it basically got cut in half. So Tesla coming down on that, and that is actually dragging the S&P lower a little bit here. As you can see, right at this candle here is right when the S&P started to flush back lower. So Tesla makes up a large weighting, so that's what happens when you have them, a ridiculously overvalued company, weighted what, 7th or 8th largest company in the S&P 500. When this thing comes back in, it's going to drag down the rest of the market. And also look at the trend lines that's starting to break through now. Already broke through this white trend line going back to August. If we go back further here, this one is a really long-term trend line. This one's starting to break down now. Tesla in serious danger of rolling over. If it loses 550, it's going right back to 500. But ultimately, I think you're going to go back to 400 and possibly even 350. So definitely do not like the chart on Tesla. This has got to be dragging ARK down as well, I'm assuming. Yeah, ARK rolling over nicely. Yeah, these things are starting to trend down. You see the moving averages starting to curl back lower. Tesla, the same thing. Moving averages starting to curl back down. This is not looking good for Tesla here. So that's one thing to keep an eye on, is it does make up a large weighting of the S&P 500. Also, look at the home builders here, XHB, now starting to roll over. You take out this pivot and yeah, I mean, basically, in my opinion, you probably confirm this little topping tail as the long-term top here. I think housing is incredibly overvalued. If you're looking to buy a house, wait at least 18 months. Seriously, this is, I mean, the people are buying houses. They can't even get out there asking, they're offering $25,000 more than the asking price, and they're still getting outbid. This is just a classic sign of a top here. Yeah, you take this pivot out, I think XHB is going right back to 65. Probably have some support around 68 though in the short term. But yeah, this market's looking really overheated. If we take a look at lumber, yeah, coming back in again. I mentioned this a few days ago. Just watch this trend line in this 50 moving average. If this breaks, you're going right back to 850, 900. So that's something that we got to keep an eye on as well. Yeah, just overall, going back to AMC, I wanted to talk about that. So really what you're getting right now is people are very afraid to be short. And that, again, is another type of thing that happens before the markets top out. When all the shorts run for the hills and there's nobody left, you tend to get, and that's why I'm saying I'm looking for one more pop, maybe one more flush lower on the VIX, which would equate to a new all-time high on the SPY. But when you have all the shorts run for the hills, that's usually the sign of the top when the trade gets super one-sided. The problem with that is volatility increases heavily when it finally does flush down, because there's, on the way down in a normal market, the shorts are there to take profits. Shorts would take profits at this support or at this pivot or at 400, but when there's no shorts in the market, it's just all sellers, and that's how you get crashes. So I think this market's in a very dangerous position. I mean, there's red flags coming up everywhere. You guys know my position on that, but anyways, just wanted to give you guys that quick intraday update. We'll see what the markets do. Looks like they may hold up into the end of the day, but if you take this pivot out, maybe it does roll over. Either way, just wanted to let you guys know where I stand on that, and that I did add to the VXX, and but I did leave some cash there as well in case we move higher. All right, anyway, guys, take care. Have a great rest of your week trading.